Ladies and gentlemen, Evelyn had a dream. She dreamed that one day she wasn't limited by mere resources and she could construct anything she wanted. And that dream has now been realised, in the form of the Battle Arena. Yes, I have custom built this arena using God mode, and I have set up 2 teams of settlers ready to fight each other and the creatures we're going to release on them. Let me give you a quick tour. First of all, we have the switches here. This switch activates the spotlights and deactivates them. It's also connected to these 2 small cages containing mole rats. I'll explain that in just a minute. This switch activates the doors to the team's compounds, the blue door over there and the red door over there. When we select this, they'll be ready to leave their compounds and attack each other. This switch here opens the cages other than the mole rat cages. We have 2 ghoul cages in that corner, we have a Yao Gui cage in the opposite side, and we have a Mirelurk cage here leading to the underside of the arena, where if you're unlucky enough to fall in, you can't get out again. Finally, we have this switch, which is the trap switch, which I'll now activate to show off all the traps. Yes, we have lasers connected to flamethrowers, we have spiked floors, we have deadly blades swirling back and forth, we have electric arcs connected to pressure panels, we have mines laid out in various careful places, and we have spring-loaded mechanical traps on that side. Yes, everything's set up. The 2 teams are ready to go. Down here we have the blue team, 5 randomly chosen settlers. Well, I say randomly, they were the ones that kept getting in the way. They've all been given blue dresses to wear, so you should be able to spot them nice and easily during the combat. Round here we have all the settlers, just watching the combat, ready to cheer it on. Working time is over, they're raring to go. And over here we have the red team, dressed in all red dresses. These guys were unlucky enough to be closest to me when I needed 5 more players. This team has 3 ghouls on it. Will that give them the edge, because they're immune to radiation? It's possible. None of the teams have any weapons at the start of the game. There's melee weapons immediately in front of them, very crude ones, specialist melee weapons in the corners, surrounded by mines, and plenty more. Plenty of weapons, including, if they're very unfortunate to fall into the pit, because there's a trapdoor in the middle, a missile launcher, just to give them a slight chance against that Mirelurk. So, let me now explain why the mole rat cages are there. The first time I tried this, the team stood there and did nothing, because they don't see each other, and they'll only attack if they can actually observe each other. So I've put these mole rat cages in place to sort of instigate the teams to leave their compounds. Hopefully it will encourage them to come out into the arena and face each other. Failing that, I'll have to open all the other cages. So, let's take our seat and get ready for the battle. Without further ado, let's release the mole rats by turning off the lights and turning them on again. The mole rats are loose. It's time for the battle! She's on her feet. We're ready to watch. 2 mole rats sniffing around. What are they going to do? Have they spotted the teams? I think the glowing swan might have spotted a team. Are they going to go for it? That's the question. Come on, little mole rat. You know you want to. The crowd over there's on their feet. They're agitated. They're not sure what to make of things right now. But the mole rats aren't doing anything. It's just no good. This has gone horribly wrong. Well, when in doubt, let's encourage them. There we go. One of the mole rats is angry. He's going for something. He's going for the crowd. He's run into a spiked trap. Unfortunately, the team have not left their arena. There we go. The blue team are off. The blue team have come out of their cage. They've come out. They're running. The ghouls have come loose. Something has set the ghouls loose. Possibly a damage to a power cable. The blue team are trying to fight. One of them picked up a sword. The red team are out. The red team have come out. And one of them's run straight through the laser trap into the flamethrowers. This is not good. They're attacking each other with fists. No one's getting any weapons. The mines have got off. This is chaos. Absolute chaos. One of them's got a shish kebab. Can the red team use the shish kebab to their advantage? Oh, that blue team member does not look like they're in good shape. But these ghouls mean business. They're really going for it. The crowd's helping them out where possible. They've all rushed over here to see what's happening. But the ghouls have won. The ghouls have slain all of the people in that corner. What's going to happen to them now? All the red team are dead, except for one who's been hiding in their cage. All the blue team are dead? I think that might have been it. I think they may all be dead. The battle could be over before it even started. Oh, one of the red team that remains doesn't look in a very good state, but he has got the sword. The ghoul slaughters him mercilessly. The settlers are down onto the platforms. I don't know how they got down there. They must have jumped. One of them's down into the combat arena though. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? He's not sure. Well, I think it's about time we made this a little bit more interesting. Let's open up the cages. There's a bear, and there's a Mirelurk on the loose.
Oh, I'm gonna be sick.
The ghouls are dead. What will they do with the bear and the Mirelurk? The Mirelurk looks content to just sit in its cage. Let's try and anger it. The bear's loose. The bear's loose and running around. There is one settler on the arena floor. Oh, the bear's going for it. Oh, no, the bear does not look happy. Oh, he's going for it again. Let's take a quick look at that settler. Well, being a normal settler, he can't die. That's very disappointing, I have to say. Yes, I think this combat has led to a slight impasse. Sadly, the teams were all slaughtered by ghouls. Since we're immortal, let's go and have a look and see what happened. Well, as we can see, no one made it up to this arena here. These mole rats set off a series of mines, and I don't understand how that opened the doors because the cables are still attached. The cables are still attached up there. At this point, the cages are turned off, but something just managed to set these things off. Well, that's noted. I think in round 2, we'll have to move those mines and be slightly more careful. Let's try this again in just a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready for round 2. I've moved the mole rat cages closer to the doors, and I've got rid of some of the mines near to the ghoul enclosures. So, if we just open the team doors, everybody's ready? Place your bets now. Red team or blue team? I mean blue team or red team. Turn off the lights. And put them back on again. The mole rats are loose. The mole rats are loose. The teams have spotted them. One of them's gone for it. The blue team's out. The blue team's out and on the arena. They've run straight into some traps. The red team are dealing with their mole rat all by themselves. One of the blue team's gone all the way around through the flamethrower trap. The rest of the blue team, well, one of them has a sword. The red team's mole rat has been killed. And they're out fist fighting with the blue teams. Two of the blue team, only two of them. The rest of the blue team are bringing up the rear. None of the contestants have gone across the middle. They're all afraid. They're all fist fighting. The blue and red teams are simply fist fighting at this point. The red team's gone and gone to the corner and got a shish kebab. That's a good sign. It's a proper weapon. No one's getting any closer. The teams are cheered on by the crowd. They're loving it. Oh, one of the red team gets hit by a spike trap. Nasty, nasty. I have to say, the lack of weapons is really hindering both teams here, but it looks like the red team has the edge. The red team has the edge in numbers. Oh, no, it's down to 2 each. 2 each. The blue team and the red team. One of them has a ripper. I think that's giving the blue team the edge now. 2 on 1. The blue team have 2 weapons. The blue team have won. Thanks to their cunning use of melee, the blue team have triumphed. Unfortunately, they're going a little bit close to that bear cage. Who do you think's going to survive? The bear or the heavily armed blue team? Let's find out. The bear's loose. The blue team have spotted it. The ghouls are loose as well. Oh, the blue team's gone down right away. They must have been injured from the earlier fight. But the bear's fighting the ghouls. The bear's fighting the ghouls, and that one blue team member is still alive. Still alive and armed with a ripper. Still alive and fighting the ghouls. The ghouls are distracted by the bear. That one blue team member lasted valiantly there, but they have gone down, and the bear has died to the two ghouls. The ghouls look rather high level, I have to say, compared to the bear. That's quite impressive. But the blue team were the winners. They were the winners in this fight, and unfortunately they weren't able to defeat the remaining creatures. Well, there's one thing to note, that none of the weapons were close enough to the teams to make them interested in them. So I think we're going to have a round 3. Yes, you heard it. We're going to do round 3, but I'm going to move all the weapons, so hopefully we can see a little bit more gun action. I'll see you in a few minutes. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, with only one ghoul cage, because I think they were a little bit too powerful, and fewer mines. And I think the reason no one was going for the guns was because there was no ammunition. So I've left ammunition next to all of the guns. Hopefully they'll pick it up. Let's find out. As we're ready for round 3. Blue team versus red team. Let's open the doors. And then release the mole rats. Okay, the fight's on. The mole rats are climbing out of their cages. Yes, the red team and the blue team have just about got into combat with their mole rats. The crowd's helping them out. The red team's mole rat's already dead. The blue team are exiting their region. Are they going for any weapons? Well, they're wandering into that blade trap nicely. The red team have spotted them though and started to respond. Across the spike trap, going for melee weapons. I think my theory is wrong. Flame has been set off, but I fear that settlers cannot pick up ammunition. They cannot pick up ammunition. This is problematic. I'll have to think of a way around it. No, they can! We have a laser rifle on the game field. We have a laser rifle. Yes, the red team have used their lasers and their extra powers to defeat the blue team. Unbelievably quickly. The blue team rushed out of their zone. But before I could do anything, the game was over. The red team have won. And the blue team are no more. Well, there's only one thing now. And that's to see if the red team, complete with laser rifle, can take on the monsters. So let's release the Kraken. The Mirelurk's coming out of its cage. Oh, it's a hunter. Big and mean. Spitting acid. The bear's out. One of the settlers foolishly jumped down and is being mauled by a bear. Oh no, sorry, that's a ghoul. That's the ghoul. Just the one ghoul. Defeated by the bear. The red team stand in their cage, do nothing, as the settlement tries to defend themselves against a bear. Yes, the bear's on the run. Getting closer now. Getting rather shot up though. Still has plenty of hit points. Plenty of hit points. Is it going to come this way? The bear's going for the laser musket, but to no avail. It can't wield it with those big paws. It's stuck. It doesn't know what to do. Red team, what are you going to do? Come on, bear. You can do it. That's it. The bear's been hit by a spike trap, but it's getting closer. Yes, the red team are active now. The red team are active. They're firing that laser rifle. One of them's got a pipe pistol. One of them's run all the way up to the top of the turret area to get the laser musket. Yes, they're firing their guns. All of them. One of the red team's down. Two of the red team are down. Three of the red team are down. That just leaves the laser musket. Can they defeat the Yao Gui with the help of the crowd? The bear set up a flamer trap in the corner. It seems cornered. It doesn't know what to do. Evelyn can't help herself. She wants to join in. Damn, the laser doesn't go through this grill very well. I think the bear's done for. I don't think it can take any more. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, the bear's dead. And that just leaves one red team member facing a Mirelurk hunter. And I think this is just a little bit too easy for that red team member. So we're going to make it a little more challenging. If we have the time, we're going to race round. We're going to race round. Here she goes. The team members picked up a gamma gun now. Goodness knows why. It's pretty awful. But we're going to try and make it even by setting the red team member into a difficult position. Oh, but we're too late. We're too late to get onto the field. The red team are victorious. With the help of the crowd, all of the creatures are dead. The mole rats, the ghoul, the bear, and of course, the Mirelurk Hunter, and the blue team, which just leaves the one red team member victorious. How's it going? How do you feel upon this epic victory?
I just want to trade a few things.
Go ahead.
Just what I thought. You just want to trade a few things. Well, I hope you enjoyed this, ladies and gentlemen. I've made a nice little save point at the start of the fight, so anytime you want to see more, just let me know. That's it for now. So long, take care, and goodbye.